Yeah, well, when FIFA, obviously they come in and looked at, the number of grounds that they wanted to use for the FIFA World Cup, for training venues, and obviously the Caledonian was earmarked as one of those, and it goes through the summer pretty good with athletics, but we've had one or two issues with the ground in the past. The drainage that was done previously probably wasn't probably done to the highest spec. So, good afternoon, my name is Danny Gregg. I work for Delta. I'm a team leader of our sports field division, and we are currently doing a project for the City Council for resurfacing of the Caledonian Athletics ground for a training field for the 2023 FIFA World Cup in July. So we've got a contractor from Christchurch, Roger Morgan Ready Lawn. They've had an average of 3 guys on here since the start of the process, and there's obviously been myself and generally 2 other Delta staff on site at any one time. So it's probably about 6 people been involved with it. So when we started, we got a spec from New Zealand Turf Institute on the resurfacing, what the specifications was, and the specifications for the ground, we needed to take 130 mils out of the surface, which was built up of anaerobic material over years through poor drainage, and so we took the surface out, and now we're putting new drainage in half the field. Half the field had been redrained about 10 years ago, and the northern end of the field, the end that we're standing at currently, needed to be redrained as well. So we've put new drainage in at a depth of an average of 550, 6 metre spacings right across the field. And then we're replacing the medium with about 1,200 tonnes of new blackhead dune sand to a depth of 130 mils with a slight camber on the middle of the field to the outside to help the drainage as well. And hopefully we'll be completed the sand this current week, and looking to seed at the start of next week, which will be the 21st or 22nd of May. So we'd like to think that we will get it seeded out next week, and we're actually going to put a germination cloth over the whole ground, which is 6,000 square metres in total. So this will help the germination process over the winter. And then we will go back and do a light sanding and undersow the ground again when we get to the springtime and when conditions are a bit warmer. On the western side of the ground, as we look, you can see there's a shading on that side of the ground already, and it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So hence the reason if we put a germination cloth on it, this will help with keeping the heat in and enhancing a wee bit of germination, and keep their feather friends off it as well, which we have a wee bit of a problem with duck's net down this way as well. So once that goes on, and that'll help us get through the winter and into the springtime. But very confident. FIFA had a visit the other day, and like I say, they'll want to see it complete. Obviously we do as well, and it'll be up and running, and we'll be cutting, mowing it before you know it, come the September, and she'll be ready to go for football next year.